58,000 guys died. And the guys that did make it home didn't even get a welcome home. My name is Carl Brunston. I joined the Marine Corps in November 22nd, 1972. During that period, the American people, they were into themselves. They wasn't behind the troops at all. We didn't even get a welcome home.
I got out of the Navy in 1971. I moved to San Jose. In a short period of time, I was drinking and using drugs pretty heavy, and I didn't realize that alcohol was causing any problem. So I blamed it on everything else but the alcohol. So I stayed homeless on the streets for about 4 years.
I was a machine gunner, or gunner's mate as they call it in the Navy, and I was the OD, or the officer of the deck. I was in charge of 11 men, and we spent our time going up and down the Mekong Delta in Vietnam, and leveling villages and dropping off SEALs and retrieving them at the end of the mission.
At the time, it was the Vietnam War, and at the time I was in the service, Nixon was pulling troops from Vietnam at that particular time. Came back to the States and kind of like, I was still young still, I hung out for a little while, then I tried a little bit of junior college for a minute. I got a job, worked in Mare Island. From Mare Island I went to work a little bit for Caltrans and a little bit at the Safeway warehouse. My luck had changed for his jobs, and I fell down on my luck. And my parents, when they were alive, they were helping me somewhat. And when they died, it kind of like fell apart a little bit. So I would say my problems ran into a loss of family members, because they were more or less supportive of me. And that's how I became homeless.
My name, it means nothing. My fortune is less. My future is shrouded in dark wilderness.
Once at the airport, I got spit on and told I was a baby killer, and so that made me retreat to my parents' house in my room, and that's where I stayed for a whole year.
I've had so-called friends call me baby killer. I've never harmed any children. After all, I am a human being. I'm not a monster. But that's the way they portrayed us.
Sunshine is far away, clouds linger on. Everything I possess, now they are gone. They are gone. They
It's sad. It really is. Because there's a lot of guys that's giving their all for this country, and all of a sudden they, by accident or design, they wind up without a home, such as myself.
I used to sleep out behind a bar on Skid Row in San Jose, underneath a 3-well sink that was set outside because it was no longer being used.
The veterans that are coming back now from Iraq and Afghanistan they're backlogged. They say that they're going to need to hire a lot of people to help them and their families to get services. And I just hope that they don't get dismayed like a lot of veterans from my era.
For as the servicemen returning now, I think it's hopefully to get better to more on a basis of where the veteran can actually see where he's getting something from that. Other than that, he's not really getting nothing from it, really.
When we came back from Vietnam, people weren't very happy with us. When these guys are coming back from Afghanistan, we're real happy they're coming back. Okay, so they at least get greeted, and a lot of them are greeted by us, the Vietnam veterans. Well, we're going to make sure they feel welcome. And the minute we hear they're in the street, we're in the street after them. You know, letting them know they don't have to be out there. The minute they want to stop being out there, they don't have to be out there. We wanted to have a place for them to come. There was no place for us to come.
Oh, where can I go to and what can I do? Nothing can please me, only thoughts are of
My name's Alex McElry. In 1993, I was able to find a friendly landlord that had a abandoned house. They agreed to rent it to us for a small amount, and we would fix it up, and then I was going to move homeless veterans in. And then soon word of mouth came to us. We got another grant from the VA, and we were able to be part of a collaborative in Alameda Point at the Naval Station, and we got 69 units of housing at Alameda Point. I also took over a 10-bed house in Berkeley, which we operate all of those right now, as well as the mobile outreach. If we can't take that veteran, we'll find a door to get that veteran through. We're going to get that veteran some help. We won't leave our wounded on the battlefield, and Operation Dignity considers the streets the battlefield.
Go to the VA. The VA will help you. If you got a problem, don't hold on pride, go. I mean, if it's physically, if it's mentally, get your butt over there. Because they're there to help you, and they will do what they can do. You know, they'll move a mountain for you if they can, you know. But it's up to you to get over there to get to them. Let them know what's going on. Yeah, that's all it is to that.
the world is a lonely place. You're